Lanka, access to quality education remains a cornerstone for sustainable development. Let's see where we stand according to the recent statistics in terms of educational achievements. First, let's talk about the enrollment ratios. Sri Lanka has made some impressive strides here. The gross ratio of admissions to the final grade of primary education is nearly at 95%. The net ratio of admission to primary education is about 92%, while the net admission to secondary education is an impressive 95%. Additionally, the ratio of students in the appropriate age group admitted to grades 1 through 9 stands at 95%. These numbers clearly indicate that Sri Lanka has made some impressive strides in ensuring that children have access to education. Another important metric is the student-teacher ratio, which is currently at 17 students per teacher. This is a positive sign that students are likely receiving individualized attention, which is very important in good learning outcomes. Now, let's discuss the access to vocational education. Sri Lanka boasts 2,691 accredited courses and 1,290 registered institutes for technical and vocational education and training. This broadens opportunities for students to gain the skills required to access today's job market. When it comes to teacher training, Sri Lanka is excelling. About 99% of primary teachers and 100% of secondary teachers have received formal training. Moreover, the percentage of qualified teachers in primary and secondary education according to national standards is 96% and 94% respectively. This means that our students are being taught by well-educated, well-trained, well-qualified educators. Finally, literacy rates in Sri Lanka are commendable. The general literacy rate stands at 92.5%, with male literacy at 93.4% and female literacy at 91.6%. These numbers reflect the country's commitment in ensuring that men, women alike, whether it be adults or children, have the necessary skills to thrive in the society. There are many initiatives that have significantly improved access to educational resources and infrastructure. Their success, if any, is due to collaboration. It is how the knowledge, manpower, technologies, and finance required to make a difference are met together. Here, today, we will discuss how partnerships have made possible that governments, NGOs, and civil societies, our communities, have made it possible for them to come together in order to make some significant strides towards educational opportunities. For Sri Lankans, the Langama Pasala, Hondama Pasala concept is nothing new. It means that the nearest school is the best school. You see, in Sri Lanka, there are some what we call educational giants in this school education system. I don't want to mention any names, but in Sri Lanka, even a first grader would know what we are talking about if the names of these schools in Colombo are mentioned. The NSBS program, nearest school is accessible school is a good initiative to bridge this gap. The NSBS program is a significant government initiative launched in 2016 to reduce disparities in educational resources across urban and rural schools like this. The program has invested in upgrading the infrastructure of schools, improving teacher training, and ensuring equal access to quality education across the country. Through NSBS, numerous rural schools have been equipped with modern facilities, reducing the gap between urban and rural education standards. The program aims to ensure that every child has access to well-equipped school closer to home. Otherwise, I myself have had friends who would travel 3+ hours to get to school, 3 more to get back home, and likewise, their childhood would have been entirely sacrificed for education if not for NSBS. Quality education does not just entail primary and secondary education. The higher education opportunities offered by the Sri Lankan government completely free of charge is another important metric. However, there's another sector just as important as these, the vocational training sector. The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, through the U-Lead project has partnered with the Sri Lankan government to enhance vocational and technical education. This initiative focuses on increasing youth employability by improving the quality and relevance of vocational training and strengthening partnerships between educational institutions and the private sector. Through these efforts, USAID has developed and revised skill development courses, improved the professional capacity of over 1,200 vocational education trainers, and expanded access to high-quality vocational training for thousands of Sri Lankan youth. These initiatives directly support SDG 4 by ensuring that more young people in Sri Lanka have access to relevant, high-quality education that prepares them for the workforce. Primary education, secondary education, vocational training, and higher education, all covered. But what about early childhood education? UNICEF, in collaboration with government and private partners, is working to address disparities in the preschool sector and to ensure that quality education is accessible to all children in Sri Lanka. This effort includes the development of Early Childhood Development Standards, ECDS, and the improvement of teaching materials and practices in both preschools and primary and secondary education. These initiatives have resulted in a more equitable and inclusive education system. Key outcomes include the establishment of policies that focuses on child-centeredness, the revision of curricula to promote critical thinking and creativity, and the incorporation of peace education to strengthen social cohesion. UNICEF's work contributes significantly to achieving SDG 4 by promoting inclusive and equitable quality education for all. Apart from these initiatives from various sectors, there are some non-profit organizations working towards SDG 4. Among them, the Sasnika Sons and the Foundation stands out because of its notable and noble efforts. Even I have had the opportunity to volunteer with them several times. Established in 1997 by youth from the Sri Sudarshanarama Temple in Battaramulla, the Sasnika Sons and the Foundation is dedicated to educational development. Their initiatives include providing educational materials to underserved schools, conducting remedial teaching programs, and organizing educational seminars and workshops. The foundation has supported rural schools with books, stationery, and other supplies. They have also implemented programs such as math labs, leadership training, and career guidance to enhance the educational experience for students. Their work has significantly contributed to the educational development of children and young adults across Sri Lanka. By fostering partnerships, we can amplify the impact of these projects done in order to achieve SDG 4, ensuring that every Sri Lankan has access to quality education. Public-private partnerships (PPPs) have been instrumental in enhancing vocational education in Sri Lanka. A notable example is the collaboration between the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation and various Sri Lankan institutions. This initiative supports vocational training institutions and private sector partners in reforming vocational education to better align with labor market needs. The project focuses on improving vocational training across all population groups by enhancing accessibility, labor market relevance, and integrating ecological considerations. It involves training managers from public institutions in digitalization, management, and equality, while also establishing political dialogue forums on vocational training. Additionally, it supports disadvantaged groups with entrepreneurship training and incorporates environmental sustainability into curricula. The cooperation with key organizations such as the Ministry of Education, TVEC, and NITA has led to more effective vocational training programs directly addressing the skills gap and improving employability for diverse populations. The Global Partnership for Education (GPE) has supported Sri Lanka in its efforts to improve education system by providing funding and technical assistance. This partnership focuses on policy development, improving learning outcomes, and promoting gender equality in education. GPE's involvement has helped to strengthen education sector planning and ensure that education policies are inclusive and equitable. Stay tuned as we continue to explore how partnerships are driving progress across all sustainable development goals. Together, let's make a difference through education and collaboration.